Hey guys, welcome to a review of the Sony Xperia X. Now this is gonna be an in-depth review, so I'm gonna try and go through each and every feature of this phone. Feel free to ask me any questions in the comments, and I hope this video helps you out in making a decision whether or not to buy the Xperia X or to choose another phone. Also, before I begin the review, before I go into anything technical, I just want to answer a few questions. I've been looking at the comments on other people's review of this phone, and the first question that people ask, one of the common questions people ask is whether or not this phone supports 4G LTE or not. Yes, this is a 4G LTE phone, and it also supports the VoLTE feature. So if you go to the network setting, you can see there is an option that you can enable or disable VoLTE. So if you're on a carrier which supports only VoLTE calls, you're in luck, so thumbs up for that. And secondly, people have been asking a lot about the battery life of the Xperia X. The Xperia X comes with a 2620 mAh battery, which is a lot smaller than the battery on the Xperia Z3. The Xperia Z3 has a 3100 mAh battery, so yeah, it's quite a reduction in battery capacity compared to the older flagship phones of Sony. But guys, don't be disappointed, because the battery life of this Xperia X is phenomenal. Actually, it's better than the battery life of the Xperia Z3, at least in my testing. So let me just show you. If I go to battery usage, I unplugged the phone around 9:30 a.m. yesterday, and since then it's been going on, no problem. Let me just zoom in a little bit and adjust the focus here. Let me just show you the screen on time. So the screen on time is 3 hours 58 minutes. That's almost a 4-hour screen on time. 4-hour screen on time on a single charge, and my battery is still around 46%. So I think I can squeeze out 6 to 7 hours of screen on time with this phone. Coupled with that, I have been using the camera. I've taken around 20 to 30 photos, 2-minute video recording, few selfies, and been using Instagram, made a 20-minute WhatsApp call, used the Chrome web browser to browse my YouTube page, did a little bit of video watching on YouTube, and yeah. So guys, all I'm trying to say here is just don't worry about the battery life of the Xperia X. It's beyond excellent. And I forgot to mention, I also used 4G in the middle, and also the Wi-Fi has been on 24/7. So yeah, the battery life of the Xperia X is beyond excellent. This phone should last a whole day, even if you're playing games, even if you're using the phone all the time. Should give around 6 to 7 hours of screen on time. I've got 4 hours 6 minutes right now, and the battery is still 45%. That is with a lot of texting, a lot of Snapchat in between, and a little bit of Instagram, Chrome web browser, and I also used 4G internet connectivity, and the Wi-Fi also has been on 24/7. So yeah, great battery life, nothing to worry about. And also you do get the Stamina mode with the Xperia X. That has been the actually, Stamina mode has been standard on Sony Xperia phones for a long time. So yeah, you do get the Stamina mode. You can turn it on and it'll save your battery. If you buy the dual SIM variant of Xperia X, it comes with 64 gigabytes of internal storage. So if I zoom in over here and adjust the focus, you can see around 20 gigabytes is already used. So when this phone is new, so how do I check? So there we go. So like I said, 20 gigabytes is already used. I did some video recording, I clicked some photos, so yeah, most of it is occupied by that. Anyway, Android system uses about 15 gigabytes of storage, 4.75 gigabyte app. So this also includes the some of the apps that I downloaded yesterday. So a little bit of video that I shot, some images that I took yesterday, and there are 1 or 2 audio files in the internal memory. But anyway, there is a lot of storage on the dual SIM variant of the Xperia X, and it'll be more than sufficient for yeah, many people. And if you're not satisfied with the amount of internal storage you get, you can also just insert an SD card to increase your memory. So just a little additional information over here. This should be one of the deciding factors whether you want to buy this phone or not. So what it shows over here is that, let me just zoom in, is that you can either use two SIM cards, or you can use a single SIM card and insert a micro SD card. So if you want to put two SIM cards inside the phone and you also use a micro SD card, that's not gonna happen. So yeah, like I said, either you can use dual SIM cards and forget about the micro SD card, or use a single SIM card and put a micro SD card inside the phone. Personally, I've never ever used two SIM cards on a single phone. I don't really like the dual SIM feature, so yeah, this phone is perfect for me. I can put a 128 gigabyte SD card on a micro SD card on the phone, use a single SIM. Also, this phone has a 64 gigabytes of internal storage, so should be more than sufficient. Another comment I usually see on the Xperia X review videos is that whether or not the front-facing camera features autofocus. The good news is that the front-facing camera does indeed feature autofocus, and it's a 13 megapixel selfie camera. So if I press the shutter button, you can see the focus will adjust. If I try to click the picture of the poster back there, and by the way, it's a super amazing camera. The quality is beyond amazing. Look at how clear that is. Look at how clear the picture is. You can even read the words on the poster, StarCraft 2. That's amazing, guys. The front-facing camera on the Xperia Z3 does not feature an autofocus. So if I press this, nothing will happen. Click a picture. And really, the front-facing camera on the Xperia Z is really average when you compare it to the front-facing camera of the Xperia X. You can see you can't even read the stuff there properly, so yeah, there is a lot of difference between the two. And yeah, that's a 2 megapixel front-facing camera, and this is a 13 megapixel front-facing camera. Just look at the contrast in the picture. Can't really read anything over there, and there you can read here you can read the words on the poster. So yeah, excellent selfie camera on the Xperia X. People who love taking selfies will love this camera. That's amazing. Although I would have loved to see a LED flash over here. And yes, the performance of the Xperia X is absolutely top notch. It's even better than my Xperia Z3, and no matter how many apps you load up on this thing, it'll run smoothly. It'll never ever slow down. You can see I'm doing some stuff. Okay, so let's click a picture. There we go. Picture's clicked. Phone. Let's go take a look at the picture we just shot. So yeah, one of the doubts I had with this phone was the performance, but yeah, that's not the case now because the performance is absolutely top notch. This phone comes with a mid to high end Snapdragon 650 processor, which will not slow down no matter how many apps you load up on this thing, because Sony has optimized Android OS for the Xperia X really well. So yeah, just don't worry about the performance. It's on par with the Xperia Z3. So yeah, great performance. It's running Android 6.0.1, a 1st June security patch. You can see how many apps are running here. No problems. So with our doubts cleared out, let's move on to the review of the Sony Xperia X. Let's talk a bit about the specifications. The Xperia X is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 650 processor, which is a Hexa-core CPU, 4 cores clocked at 1.4 GHz and 2 cores clocked at 1.8 GHz. The GPU on the phone is an Adreno 510. Also, the phone is backed up by 64 gigabytes of internal memory. That is only available on the dual SIM variant, so this is a dual SIM variant. We get 64 gigabytes of internal storage, and the phone has 3 gigabytes of RAM, which should ensure a smooth multitasking, which actually works pretty well. I have tried multitasking on the phone. The performance is excellent. Even though it's a high to mid-range processor, the phone will never ever slow down on you. The app launch time is almost instantaneous. You can see it here. Let's launch Instagram. Boom. So there was something. So album. This is the picture I just clicked. The phone plays back 4K videos, no problem. Play Store. So you guys can see the performance is absolutely amazing. Even though it's a Snapdragon 650 processor, Sony has really optimized the processor for the Sony Xperia X. Okay, so here I have the Sony Xperia Z3 on the right and the Xperia X on the left hand side. And you can see the screen of the Sony Xperia X is slightly smaller. This is a 5.2 inch screen and this is a 5 inch screen, so Sony has reduced the size of the screen on the Xperia X slightly, but that's not really a bad thing, because while you're holding the phone, the Sony Xperia X is much more comfortable to hold in your hand, and one hand typing is also very easy. But this is sort of a personal choice. I do prefer the smaller screen size because it just makes typing easier, and I am not really bothered that much about the smaller screen size. I personally use the Xperia Z3 Compact as my daily phone, so I am actually used to a smaller screen size, and I don't really prefer a phablet size phone because it's just a lot more harder to carry around in your pocket. Screen quality has also gone up on the Xperia X. It might not be visible that much from the in the video, but you can see the color gradients are much more visible on the Xperia X than the Xperia Z3. Overall, the general screen quality is much more better on the Xperia X than the Xperia Z3 and any previous generation Xperia phones. And the design has also changed ever so slightly. The notification LED is hidden on inside the speaker grill, and by the way, we get two stereo front-facing speakers. NFC has moved from back to the top left-hand side of the phone. We get a 13 megapixel front-facing autofocus selfie camera. The light sensor is over here, and the charging port is on down in the bottom. The second biggest change is the glass panel on the Xperia. So the glass panels on the Sony Xperia Z series was like really fragile, and if you drop the phone, the glass was prone to breaking. So thank God Sony got rid of the glass panels on the Xperia X and replaced it with a metal back. So the same case is with the Xperia XZ, which is coming out soon. So yeah, kudos to Sony for using a metal panel. And by the way, this phone is also not water resistant, so don't just go ahead dunking it into water thinking that it is waterproof like traditional Sony smartphones. So yeah guys, this phone will take one or two spells of rain, but yeah, don't go ahead dunking the phone into water or something, doing something crazy like that. That'll just void your warranty and kill the phone in the process. Anyway, you can see there is a notification LED inside the speaker grill. I think I forgot to show you that. The power button is on the right hand side. This is also a fingerprint sensor. A volume rocker, which is oddly placed. Usually volume rocker is on the top right hand side. A two-stage camera button. On the back we've got a 23 megapixel rear camera, which is awesome. The quality is top notch. A LED flash, Xperia logo, some text over here. I have no idea what's that. On the left hand side we've got the SIM card and the micro SD card tray. By the way, this phone accepts only nano SIM. and on the bottom we've got a micro USB charging and a port to connect it to your PC. Here is your microphone, and on the top of the phone we've got a headphone jack and a secondary noise cancellation microphone. So yeah, pretty neat looking phone, and the phone actually feels really sturdy when you're holding it into hand. Yeah, you can just squeeze the phone and it is rock solid. One-handed operation is also possible because this is a 5-inch LCD display. So yeah, my finger easily reaches on the far left side of the screen of the phone. In the software department, we're running Android 6 Marshmallow, which is the exact same version of Android running on my Xperia Z3, but this phone will get Android 7 update while my Xperia Z3 will not. So yeah, there is the Android Marshmallow game. Now what I've noticed with the Android Marshmallow on the Xperia X is that Sony is trying to reduce the customization they used to do. So little things like the screen recorder. So on the Xperia Z3 we get an option of recording the screen that will just record whatever you do on the screen and save it in a video format, but in the Xperia X that option is not there, unfortunately. And secondly, you can see if I press this, the small apps have also disappeared. So small apps used to be this sort of multitasking thing. So you can see there is a web browser which has opened. You can open a calculator, and yeah, these small apps will just run on top of other applications, which is pretty awesome. Sort of a multitasking thing which is not there on the Xperia X. So yeah, I guess Sony is trying to get rid of the too many customization, and this is actually good because they can push out software updates much faster, because you don't have to really work too much on the Android operating system once Google releases it. And yeah, another thing I see is that the battery icon on the Xperia X is stock. Meanwhile, the battery icon on the Xperia Z3 is custom Sony icon. So yeah, little bit customizations here and there, but yeah, the operating system on the Xperia X is awesome. Android 6 on the Xperia X will not slow down no matter what you do to it. Install many apps, do multitasking. You can see it's working fine. Let's take a look at the picture we just clicked. And yeah, pretty awesome. Let's launch Google Chrome. So yeah, you can see how snappy things are with the Xperia X. Top-notch performance. Like I said, battery life is also pretty awesome. I've got 5 hours of screen on time and the battery is still 40%, so pretty good. You can see absolutely no lag, even though a lot of apps are open in the background. So yeah, with the Xperia X you don't have to worry about things just slowing down. And yeah, this one also has 3 GB of system memory. Let's talk a bit about the Xperia Launcher. So this is how the Xperia Launcher looks. It's very fast, it's very smooth, fluid. You can adjust the app drawer. So the app drawer has been moved from the center of the phone to over here, which is pretty awesome. It's very customizable, super awesome. You can create your different folders, you can rename them. So where is the Google voice typing key? Social. So yeah, voice typing works good. And rename the folder to social. You have different settings. You can change the you have the option of auto rotating the home screen. So if I enable that, this home screen will auto rotate. Okay, so I need to enable auto rotate. So there we go. Pretty awesome. Head back to setting again. You can change the icon size from small to large, but I like it small, so let it be there. You can change the icon appearance. So if you load up the themes, you can have different icon packs on the Xperia. What else? You can change the pane transition, so let me just change it to flow. You can see there's a slightly different transition between the different home screens. Let's change that again. Change it to windmill. So yeah, it's really customizable. I like the fact that it's so much customizable. It wasn't really there before. And this is how the app drawer looks like. You can uninstall your apps directly from the app drawer, which is pretty cool. You can rearrange the apps as you please by name, most used, own order, and by installation date. The drop-down notification bar of Sony Xperia is also really customizable. So yeah, if I drop down over here, you can change all of these icons. So just press edit, and now you can remove and put different icons from over here. If I want to remove data roaming, I can remove that. I can move auto sync over here. If I close this, you can see auto sync has come in the place of that other icon. But I don't really want this. I want this data roaming icon. I can put that here, and also you can change these icons too. You can change their locations. So yeah, very customizable, very neat looking, very stockish looking. So yeah, I've seen Samsung customize this with all those jazzy looking icons over here, but yeah, I don't really like that. I want my Android to look near stock with least customizations. So yeah, pretty awesome. Moving on, let's talk about the cameras of the Xperia X. The Xperia X features a 13 megapixel front-facing camera, which also has an autofocus feature in it. And believe me guys, the quality of the front-facing camera is absolutely amazing. The rear camera is a 23 megapixel camera. Its quality is also freaking amazing. There is a LED flash on the back side of the phone. Also, I would have loved to see a LED flash right over here, but that's reserved for the Xperia XA Ultra. Anyways, let's launch the camera. Let's test the front camera out. So I'm gonna click a picture of my wall, and you'll see the autofocus adjust the and you'll see the front-facing camera has autofocus in it. So there you go. You can see the camera does adjust the focus, and snap the photo should appear over here shortly. And my room is actually pretty poorly lit right now, so yeah, this is a low light photo, and you can see, you can easily read the letters of the StarCraft 2 poster at the back. So this is the exact same thing I'm gonna do with my Xperia Z3 camera. So let's set that aside. This one doesn't feature any autofocus or anything, so same thing. I'm gonna use the shutter button. There you go. Let me just zoom in. So you can see how horrible the camera on the Xperia Z3 is. So now you can see how horrible the front-facing camera on the Xperia Z3 is. And this is the front-facing camera of the Xperia X. This is the front-facing camera quality of the Xperia Z3. You can't really read anything over here, but you can see here, you can clearly read, it says StarCraft 2. So yeah, pretty awesome front-facing camera. Set that aside. Let's move on to the rear camera, and let's talk a bit about the camera UI. The camera UI is exactly same as you would get on the Xperia Z3 series. So let me exit that, switch to rear camera. You can see the camera UI is exactly the same, but so the Xperia X also comes with a new autofocus system called the predictive hybrid autofocus. What this is that if you launch the camera and if you tap on an object, the Xperia X autofocus system will lock itself onto that object. So yeah, so even if the object is moving, say for example if I move my Xperia Z3, you can see the autofocus system follows the object. It won't work well inside in a situation like this, but yeah, you get the idea how it works. It'll work really well if the object is a human, obviously. So yeah, this helps to focus really quickly. And yeah, so you can see it stopped working, but it's working back again. But yeah, it helps to really track the object really well and keep it in the focus. Super awesome feature, by the way. And speaking of the camera, you also get the traditional Sony apps like the AR effect, creative effect, sweep panorama, time shift video, background defocus, and you can download more of them in the Play Store if you please. AR effect is actually pretty cool. So let's try dinosaurs. Oh hey, look, there is a dinosaur on my table. So you can click a picture or record a video. I just click the picture. You can see, oh, you can drag the objects like this, and then save the picture. Photo saved. And strange enough, the 4K recording is not available on the Xperia X, so you are limited to full high definition 60 FPS. That's not really an issue because I've never ever recorded 4K video on my Xperia Z3. So yeah, the Xperia Z3 does feature 4K recording. See, there's a 4K icon over there. So yeah, I've never recorded 4K video except for doing a review or something. So yeah, 4K video recording is not available, but yeah, other new features like the object tracking, so steady shot is all. But yeah, other features like object tracking is available even in the video recording. And the general camera quality of the Xperia X is much better than the Xperia Z3. Yeah, and if you want to take advantage of the Xperia X camera, do shift to manual mode, and there you can get all of the manual settings. So yeah, this is a pretty awesome camera, very capable. You get the white balance, and in the settings you get the HDR option. You can change the ISO, change the resolution. I like to keep it at 8 megapixels 16:9, which also reduces the amount of artifacts in the photo. Object tracking, metering mode, smile shutter, save location, GPS, that would require GPS, touch capture, grid lines, yeah, and all the awesome stuff is there. Let me turn on the flash and then click up photo. So yeah, pretty bright flash. You can see the picture quality is absolutely stunning and amazing. You can even see the text on the screen on my computer. So yeah, pretty awesome camera on the Xperia X. And lastly, let's talk about the media apps on the Xperia X. So Sony has replaced the default Android gallery with their own album app, which is freaking awesome. So you have different modes, you can view your videos. So there are all the videos present on my Sony Xperia, no problems. Swipe it from your left to right and you can see different places. So if your photos are geotagged, you can use the places option. You have different camera effects, that's for editing your photos. You got different folders, home network. So if any of your device on your home network is DLNA capable, you can browse the photos on that. You get different folders, so these are all the different folders present on the phone and the memory card. Go back, and yeah, there you have it. And it's a pretty awesome and super amazing photos application. You can zoom in and out. This is how you zoom out, and this is how you zoom in. Pretty darn awesome. And yes, the phone does play back 4K videos. The screen quality of this thing is absolutely amazing. You can see the super awesome viewing angles. Let me just increase the brightness to maximum. Okay, I think this will wash out the camera. So yeah, you guys can see it's playing a 4K trailer at the moment. Wow, that's absolutely amazing. You can see the wide viewing angles of the screen. Pretty awesome, guys. So yeah, 4K video works. You can load your 4K videos on the phone and yeah, take it from there. Alright, so this is how the music app looks like on a Sony Xperia X. And if you go to settings and audio settings, you get an option called DSEEHX, which is exclusive to high-end Sony smartphones. So what this does is that it upgrades the quality of compressed music files to near high-res audio by restoring the high-range frequencies. I usually keep it off because this is only for wired headphones. So if you plug in the headphones on the headphone jack up here, you can enable this setting and enjoy a higher quality sound. You also get dynamic volume normalizer, and you also get clear audio plus. You get different sound effects, surround sound, equalizer, which is pretty awesome. You get clear bass, S-Force front surround sound. So yeah, pretty awesome. And the music app is actually pretty functional. You can set the music app to download all of your music info. So if you do that, the phone will automatically scan all of your music on your SD card and the internal memory, and automatically download the appropriate artwork, the song name, album, and the artist title. You can see I've already done this partially over here, and you can see the image of the artist showing up over here. And also what I like about this app is that you get all this folder view. So these are all the folders on my Sony Xperia smartphone. So pretty awesome. You can change the view from over here also. Artist, oops. So my library, these are the playlists, artists, album, songs, and all that good stuff is still there. Now let's see how the sound quality is like. So let me go to YouTube. Let me search for no copyright sounds. No copyright sounds, and let's play fade. The sound is actually pretty clear. Both of the speakers are active. Pretty loud. I can feel the back is vibrating. Wow, this is pretty good. I'll keep the volume at this level. This is the most comfortable. So I hope you guys get the idea on how the speaker quality is like, but I know you should go to a Sony Center and try the so if you really want to know how the audio quality is like, go to a Sony store and try the phone out. That's the only way to experience the audio quality. Ask them for a good quality pair of headphones or carry yours. There you can, try it out. So guys, I think that's it for this review. Thank you for watching this video, and do leave a comment in the comment section down below. If you have any questions or any queries that you would like to ask about this phone, do leave a comment and I'll be more than happy to answer you guys. So yeah, stay tuned for more videos like these. See you all later. Oh, before I go, let me show you the battery usage. So right now the phone has been unplugged since yesterday, and the screen on time is about 6 hours 4 minutes 2 seconds. The phone has been on standby since 23 hours 44 minutes and 1 second. So 24 hours of usage with over 6 hours of screen on time, which is pretty darn awesome. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and do stay tuned for more videos like these. See y'all later.